Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Wildcard Wednesday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring a bundle. This is a punch bundle called Exciting Times. It includes Exciting Times stamp set and the rounded rectangle punch. So we're starting off with a lemon lime twist card base. And I have already pre-scored it. So we're going to crease that score line. And then I'm coming in with a piece of basic black cardstock. These two colors work really well together. I particularly like, I like black with a lot of colors, to be honest. But it does work best with brighter colors. Anyway, we're going to adhere that down right to my card base and equal border around. And then I have a piece of basic white here, and that's going to go right on top of the black. So I have the sticky notes there with the measurements because a lot of folks have told me that they really like that. So if I'm nothing but here to please everybody, so I'm a Virgo after all. We like to please everybody. So the measurements are there for your pleasure, and you can follow along if you'd like to build up this card for yourself. So this pattern paper is called Artisan Sketched Garden. Now, if you don't know how to use it, this is one way that we can use it. So I'm going to cut up with my paper snips all around this particular vase and floral. It's actually just a bunch of leaves, like it's a plant. I thought it might be a calla lily because I have several in the house. They are poisonous to cats. My cats don't like it, and there's nowhere else around. Anyway, but it's not. It's just a plant. So there's a very nice design on the back, so I'm going to use that. And then it's a simple black and white pattern paper, and I'm going to use another colorway, the striped backing. So as I fumble around and find it, here it is. And the front looks like that. So you can color these and then fussy cut them out. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. But I'm using this rounded rectangle punch. It's a dream. It's very lovely, just got to say. We have another piece of basic white, and I'm inking up a frame that was in the stamp set with lemon lime twist ink. And then I'm going in with our basic black ink pad. It's hybrid ink. I use it mainly for just sentiments. I am not coloring with it with blends markers as of yet. I haven't really. I've heard some issues with it. So I'm just using. It's a beautiful black ink for your sentiments, so I'm happy to use it. So this is the pattern paper again, and I'm just giving you a sped up version of me coloring this plant. I started off with lemon lime twist dark in the centers, and then going in with the lemon lime twist light combo marker, and I am sort of blending those two together. And now I'll go back in with the lemon lime twist dark blends marker and then reinforce some of the shading and from some of the seams. And I'm not being too careful because it all sort of blends anyway. This ink has a tendency to travel a little, and yeah, this is what I did. So I did choose the Golden Glow blends markers. And I went in with the dark first, and I usually do that. I go in with the dark pen first, create the shadow, color the rest with the light, and then I detail with the dark again. Now, many people have different ways of coloring with alcohol markers, and I say you do you. And no one is right, no one is wrong. And don't believe it if they say that you got to do it one way, because you don't. So that was the close-up of my coloring and me standing on a soapbox telling you you can do whatever you want to do. There is no such thing as Stampin' Police. So what I ended up doing here is fussy cutting the plant out, but I'm cutting right on the black line, so I'm not leaving any white, which leaves a problem because in between the leaves of this plant, there's white. So I don't know if you knew this, but the Take Your Pick tool has sort of an additions portion to it. I forget what it's called. I'll put the link in the description box below so that you can check it out for yourself. But it is a craft knife, and I am cutting out a wee little piece of the white parts inside the plant. Yes, I'm getting that detailed. Why? Because I can. You don't have to, but that's what I wanted on this card, and I felt it looked a lot better. And I will show you one more little trick after I pop this little piece out. So I went in with my Stampin' Right black marker, felt tip end, and coloring from the behind, I traced the edge of the cutout. So it basically looks like I cut everything perfectly on that black line, to which I'm sure I didn't. But it does do a really good job, and you want to go from behind so you don't mark the front, because I've done that before by mistake. And even as careful as you want to, the general rule is to color from behind. And yeah, I even went in with that very tight lip and colored the inside of the leaves. Now, if you kids don't have a Stampin' Right marker, any marker will do except for your blends markers. So use an ink marker or use a Sharpie marker, whatever. That will work much better than anything that that has a tendency to bleed. All right, so the happy birthday sentiment went straight down on just with Stampin' Seal Plus, and then this centerpiece went down with dimensionals. I didn't push anything down yet because I'm going to put the stripy rounded rectangle punched designer series paper. I'm going to slip it kind of underneath. So I also put some dimensionals and also some adhesive Seal Plus on the inside of that urn, I guess. And so there was dimensionals on the top and the bottom and dry adhesive on the middle. And that is the card. Now I am going in with a piece of basic white. Measurements are here, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put a line of Stampin' Seal, about a 1/4 of an inch, or like 1/2 inch from the bottom. And I cut some strips from that designer series paper I'm talking about, Artisan Sketched Garden. And I put the 2 patterns that are on the front of the card inside the card to gently decorate the inside of the card. So there's that. And we did put that on the inside of the card. And then I put some embellishments on the front of the card. They are called dewdrop embellishments. And of course, I will leave links in the description box below in case you want to check any of the products out for yourself. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It really helps my small channel grow, and it's free. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please leave me a lovely comment below, and I will be back on Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.